summer approaches, those
Are
of
you
us
ready? Hold on. I am not quite ready yet.
injuries and deaths from fireworks that will mar our summer celebration, and in particular sparklers. There's a misconception out there that sparklers are in actuality safe, when in fact they burn at a temperature of 1,800 degrees. Now, if we can put this in perspective, steel will melt, warp, and sag at temperatures of 1,100 degrees. One will say that they will associate fireworks with the 4th of July, the American way. And this is true. But unfortunately, our kids are going out to the parks, to our neighbors, to our own backyards, and they're coming home with battlefield injuries. They're coming home with second, third degree burns about the hands, the face, missing digits, injuries to the eyes. Parents always will comment on, well, if I hand my child a sparkler, I'll supervise the child and things will be safe. This isn't very accurate because a child has a sparkler and it's burning at the temperature of 1,800 degrees. And when things go wrong, they go wrong very fast.
Okay. That was good. Can we have you got that in your head pretty well? Can we have you do?
Those of us in the fire service are anticipating an increased number of injuries and deaths from fireworks that will mar our summer celebration. Parents have a misconception that sparklers in particular are safe. We see them sold at grocery stores. They don't realize that a sparkler will burn at a temperature of 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. And to put this in perspective, steel will melt, warp, and sag at temperatures of 1,100 degrees Fahrenheit. When things go wrong with fireworks, with sparklers, they go wrong very quick. And a parent has a misconception that they can give a sparkler to their own child and watch them and things will be fine, but this is not true. This is not the case. We've seen this over and over where these injuries come in through the emergency room. One may say that sparklers, fireworks is an association, a strong association with the 4th of July, and this is true. What's happening is that we're sending our kids off to the parks, to our neighbors, to our own backyards, and what's happening is that they're actually coming home with battlefield injuries. They're coming home with missing digits, second, third degree burns about the hands, the face, injuries to their eyes. You know, our summer celebration, 4th of July and other holidays, should be spent with family and friends. If we want to see fireworks, go out to a professional display and see them. We would much rather have you do this than in actuality spend a day in the emergency room.
Okay. I think that.
Those of us in the fire service are anticipating an increase in number of injuries and deaths from fireworks that will mar our summer celebration, and in particular from sparklers. Parents have a misconception that sparklers are safe, when in actuality they burn at a temperature of 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. To put this in perspective, steel melts, warps, and sags at temperatures 1,100 degrees Fahrenheit. One can say that they can supervise their child as they're playing with the sparkler. And they don't understand that when things go wrong, they go wrong very quick.
Okay.
Fireworks with the 4th of July and other celebrations. And I would agree, because what is happening is that our kids are going off to the parks, to our neighbors, to our own backyards, and they're coming home with battlefield injuries, missing digits, second, third degree burns about the hands, the face, injuries to their eyes. Our summer celebrations should be spent with family, friends, at a professional fireworks display, not in the emergency room.
All right, that's fine.
I've seen firsthand damage of fireworks. I've seen the emotional and physical impact that fireworks and sparklers do. I recall of a situation in which we had a girl who was 5, and their family was having a barbecue in the backyard, and the family passed out sparklers. Before you know it, something went wrong, and it went wrong very quick. A child was playing with a sparkler. It touched a girl's dress, and within about 30 seconds to 40 seconds, the child was engulfed in flames. We arrived. She was pretty much unresponsive. She had second, third degree burns about her legs, chest, back, and face.
Okay. Mike, what's
Works has done, and being a part of the Illinois Fire Safety Alliance, a particular burn camp, IME, I was able to witness the other side of burn injuries, fireworks injuries, the emotional impact that these kids endure throughout the years. And it's not short term, it's long term, it's life term. And fireworks do not cause damage that lasts an hour or 2 hours, a trip to the emergency room, and one comes home and the burn is healed. An injury is a lifetime injury that is emotionally trying to a child.
okay? And if you want to go ask him everybody's name, go ahead.
This is Martin Griffin, and he's going to tell us a little bit about how he got to be at Burn Camp. Martin, how long have you been coming to Burn Camp?
4 years.
4 years. And how did you get to end up being in Burn Camp?
You know how I got burned?
Yeah.
There's a little bead thing, and I ignited it. It bounced off the wall of my house. It came towards me. I ducked down. Spark dropped a spark on me, on my back.
What was it that dropped the spark on your back?
A little flying bead.
Flying bee. And where did the spark come from?
It drops in the back.
I'm not quite understanding though what we were.
The bee's a kind of a firework.
It's a firework.
right?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't
Okay.
understand that. Okay. Well, why don't you explain to us what that is? What is it?
Like you place it on the ground, you slide it, and it flies around.
Okay, so it was on the ground and then it came around and it.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, what happened after that?
I didn't know at the time that I was burning, and it started getting hot. I thought it was the sun. And then I just made a wild guess, and I ran inside.
And did you go to the emergency room? What did you like? What ended up happening?
I went to the emergency room. They took care of me.
And where did you get burned on your back?
Back and my arm.
Okay. And how long did it take for that to heal?
Yeah. Well, I was in the hospital for 14 days.
And what was it like after that? After that 14 days, was it okay?
You go home, like when you have surgery, they take skin from your legs and they put it on your burn to make it heal faster. And they put like covering over it, and it really hurts when I take it off. It's
And
Now, how long you've been? You're how old?
13.
13. And how long ago was this? 4 or 5 years ago. Have you always used fireworks? Have you always been playing with fireworks on the holiday season? Was this new, or is this something everyone kind of did in your neighborhood?
I've always been doing it.
And I mean, you always felt comfortable. Did you always feel comfortable? Nothing's going to happen. You know, you felt pretty secure about it. It's just a firework, right? You want to talk a little bit more about that?
They're very dangerous. You may not know it could hurt you, but you can. Something can go wrong. And you burn.
What about sparklers? Do you ever use sparklers?
Sometimes.
And same thing. Do you ever have one? Do you actually like just burn yourself a little bit with a sparkler or anything like that? No, you're always pretty careful. So you're always pretty careful, and being careful really didn't turn out to make any difference, did it? Okay. Go ahead. Anything else?
if you saw your friends playing with fireworks, what would you do?
Come stop, get hurt. are really hot, and something could go wrong.
Okay. Anything else?
Very dangerous. They're best left with professionals and watch protection.
All right.
What do you think would be a better celebration on the 4th of July? How could someone your age enjoy the 4th of July without fireworks?
Have a barbecue, go to a fair if there is one. Watch professionals.
All right, we got it. That's good, sir.
Good.
Thank you very much. You're a pro. We got your spelling of your name and
Yes,
everything.
I got all that.
Okay.
There you go.
We're here this week at our annual burn camp. We're constantly reminded about the fact that sparklers are not safe and sane, especially when you see young people as young as 8 years old who have spent 10 months in the hospital for something we know to be a safe and sane novelty. It's not. When a child spends 10 months in the hospital, that family, the child, it's a family injury. Their lives will never be the same, and there's nothing safe and sane about that. It goes on for the rest of their lives. Not only do they have a difficult time in school, they miss that time in school. The families have had lots of income because they needed to be by the child's side. It's just something that needs to be reconsidered. Put importance on this fact that they can't be safe and value children's lives. Okay, I'm just really scripting this up.
No, that's fine. So, feel and go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. We're here this week at our annual burn camp for children that are burn survivors. We often see a very powerful message to us that sparklers are not safe. When a child spends 10 months in the hospital because of something we consider safe and sane, we have to reconsider what can make 4th of July celebration. 10 months in the hospital, near loss of life. What that child goes through, what the family goes through, will stay with them the rest of their lives. Okay, that's one message.
Go right ahead. If you guys want to cut through, you can.
Tell me when you're ready.
And go ahead.
Okay. This affects the family in that the parents hold such guilt over what they thought was something safe. For years, for a lifetime, they will feel they gave their child an opportunity to have some fun on the 4th of July with something that they purchased that was safe, only to find out their child almost lost their life. The guilt does not go away, no matter how much you reassure them. It was legal. You were to think it was safe, and it wasn't safe. The biggest pain they feel just will never go away with that guilt.
All right. I want to try just a little bit again, saying the guilt
Okay.
will not go away, and maybe finish out the that little group you just did.
Okay.
Just like that. And stand by. And go ahead.
We constantly hear from parents on what can they do about the guilt that they feel over having purchased something that's legal and thinking if it's legal, it must be safe. It's not the case when their child spends 10 months in the hospital and their lives will just never be the same. The guilt is something that will stay with them for the rest of their lives, and there really is no support system for them to help them through that.
Okay.
Why don't you talk about the practical things that happen to both the kid and the family that, like the loss of school, loss of job, income, whatever, and the
Okay.
long-term effects.
Okay,
The lifelong.
long-term effects, I like that. Okay, tell me when you're ready.
Go ahead.
Okay, the long-term effects to the child and the family is when you miss that much school and you haven't been given the opportunity to catch up in school, you end up in summer school, and it's almost like yet another punishment. coming to our camp, we call the schools and ask them not to make them go to school the week of camp, because what they gain here is much more valuable than what they will learn academically in that week. So they continue to pay the price for that safe adventure they may have thought they were going to have.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And
If you wanted to talk about just the fact that this is a lifelong problem that never goes away.
Right.
go ahead.
For a moment's fun with a sparkler, a burn injury as a result of a sparkler is a lifelong problem. It's not going to go away. They will deal with it the rest of their lives, and how they deal with it is going to depend on what kind of support they have. And the best we can do is just discourage the use of sparklers.
Okay. That was good.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you need
Mary,
Mary.
Mike, yeah.
don't-
Without hitting your fingers. Okay, two more over here. Right there. Nice and straight. Okay. I want you to know, so it's easier to hold your hammer down here instead of up here. You got a little bit more leverage and you get more weight. So let's try it. Look at that.
And the burn unit nurses staff it.
My mom and dad was outside, and I tried yelling at them, but that didn't work, so I did that.
How we doing?
I'm Katie Wallensack, and we developed a journal, photograph, and drawing book for children to work with their feelings and talk about the ideas and experiences they had of being burned. About 14 years ago, we developed the book as an opportunity for kids to have a safe place to talk about their burn injury. It's called My World, a Burn Child's Journal, and it explores the different feelings, and it also explores what it was like to be in the hospital and what it was like to go back to school. Some of all the milestones that approach that the kids go through throughout their life of being a burn child. 3 times during the week we meet. Children are allowed to sign up at the beginning of the week if they're interested, and we create an opportunity for them to work on their journals. Camp counselors and kids work together in an environment where it's a little bit safer than out just in the community. We've been doing it for about 15 years, and we've probably had over, I'd say, well over 500 to 600 kids do the project. We use drawing, writing, and we use photography to help them express their feelings. I've been going to camp for 13 years, and this is the 15th anniversary of Burn Camp. We're here at Camp Duncan. We've been here since the beginning, and it's a lot of nurses, social workers, firefighters, teachers, and community support that come and work with the kids each year.
What kind of car is it?
I noticed, Alex, you really like to do the drawing stuff more than the camera, huh? Yeah, okay.
But I like the camera
Yeah.
too.
I can see why. You're very talented.
He's gonna release them if you guys want to watch.
Let's go watch him release.
Very brave.
That was
Did you get him, Joy?
That's close enough.
You said that helps him develop.
You got it? The first one I did. I don't want them in my sink and in my garbage. That's okay.
Who is?
That's because he's my friend. I sparkle. Every time he sees me, it just sparkles all over.
He's got sparkles on his neck now.
Probably from me. I'll just off on you. You're sparkling from all the glitter. My sparkling is just rubbed off. What's this page? What are you gonna do?
Did you do this page? What'd you change? Remember Brandon changed movies because sometimes he doesn't like them.
The planning stages.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Either 10 or 11 o'clock next Friday. So, before.
It seems to be helping in the cabins. It's doing quite well.
Yeah, the cabins are great. At least at night it's cool.
I got one.
Let me see it.